Hey everybody, David Brody here on the ground, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, a key battleground state. Mike Pence was in town, and guess what? So were we, the Brody File crew. Hey, you never know where we're going to show up. This time on the bus with Mike Pence. There's a little video of that, more on the Brody File later on. But we had a chance to sit down with the governor and the vice presidential candidate who talked to us about evangelicals and God and the media. Have a look. Let me ask you a little bit about what you think God's role in all of this is. I mean, Donald Trump vanquished, if you will, 17 other candidates. People are scratching their head. Where do you see God fitting into all of this as it relates to what Donald Trump has done and that he's the nominee?
Well, I truly believe in providence in the course of this nation. But I think what animates Donald Trump is faith in God and faith in the American people.
Do you believe that the media, the mainstream media in this country, wants Hillary Clinton as the next president of the United States?
I got to tell you, David, it's been amazing to me. I've always been aware of liberal media bias in the course of my career, but I have to tell you, since I joined this campaign, it's like 2 on 1 every day, with the mainstream national media doing half of Hillary Clinton's work for her every day. But the amazing thing is, this movement is still growing. Donald Trump is winning hearts and minds across this country every day.
Do you believe that Tim Kaine and Hillary Clinton at the top of the ticket represent or at least antagonistic towards traditional biblical values?
Well, let me say, I respect their personal faith. Mm-hmm. I truly do.
Okay.
And my faith is important to me, and we all live out that faith to the best of our ability. But when it comes to issues like the sanctity of life, I couldn't be more proud to be standing with Donald Trump, the pro-life candidate for president of the United States in this race.
He would be a pro-life president.
I can assure you, we have talked. I have heard him in public. I have heard him in private. Donald Trump is committed to the sanctity of life and to appointing justices to the Supreme Court in the tradition of Justice Antonin Scalia.
Mike Pence here on the Brody File. By the way, a huge rally here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We go inside for more on that from my colleague Jenna Browder. Jenna.
Thanks, David. Well, there's a reason we're in Gettysburg. It is in Pennsylvania's Adams County, which is 95% white. This, of course, is the Republican ticket's strongest group of supporters, and they know they have to turn them out in order to win in November. Now, President Abraham Lincoln's famous Gettysburg Address is one of the most famous, one of the most influential speeches in American history. And Pence here tried to rally these supporters with his own Gettysburg Address. Take a look.
Men and women, let me tell you, to provide for the common defense is the first priority of the national government. And Donald Trump, with a re-elected Congress, is going to rebuild our military. We're going to restore the arsenal of democracy, and America will once again lead on the world stage with strength, and we will have peace through strength.
The big question is, will these people turn out to vote? We asked some of them if Mike Pence helped to seal the deal for those who were still undecided.
I think he definitely could, and I think he probably does. I guess the biggest problem is it's like he's running interference, and he has to answer for everything that Donald says.
I think Trump has good intentions, but sometimes it gets misconstrued in the back and forth. But Pence was very good at laying out more of a vision and what the intentions are behind the rhetoric. So I think, yes, in some ways, I do believe that. He helps to calm the voters that aren't quite as easy.
Pennsylvania is one of Hillary Clinton's must-win firewall states, and most polls show her with a slight edge right now. But that's why Pence and Trump are campaigning so heavily here. They know an upset would greatly help their chances of getting the 270 electoral votes they need to win the White House. Reporting in Gettysburg, Jenna Browder, CBN News.